You believe in it without any evidence, right? Like the fact that when you die, you need free will that to go to the white light, you have absolute no evidence for, right? All right, so
I appreciate it.
let's do your Islam now. What are you waiting for?
Well, what do you mean, Julius?
All right, so you believe in one God.
Yes.
You believe the Prophet Muhammad is his messenger. As we saw in the Quran, the miracle, the scientific fact that he could not have been known.
I would have to look into it.
No, how? Let me.
Because you're saying, do I believe that Muhammad was a
Messenger of God, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, but when we talked about the Quran,
Yeah.
the message of the Quran, when we saw the miracles that were in the Quran that could not have been known, we agreed.
Damn, it could have been known by an advanced.
Okay,
being
so we
that
talked
might
about
not
that.
necessarily be good.
So let's go through that.
Yeah.
If it was evil, if the advanced being was evil,
Yeah.
then the Quran would leave us towards evil.
Yeah.
But we've already agreed the Quran takes you towards the good life.
Yeah.
So obviously the force is something good, right?
It would depend. Have you heard of soul harvesting?
Of what?
I'm not sure if you've heard of it. It's called soul harvesting.
I don't know what that is.
So it's getting pretty out there, and it's not like it can prove anything. But you were saying if the Quran is good, which a lot of it is, then how can it be sent from something evil? Well,
Okay, we agree.
there is an explanation for why.
Which is?
When you die,
Huh?
your soul gets recycled,
Okay.
and you're met by these angelic beings or Allah or whatever. But
Okay.
it's actually demons or aliens that are
Okay.
trying to trick you into going towards the white light and coming back here.
But why would it have to trick you? You're going to go towards it anyway. That makes no sense. Yeah. I mean, like
Trick you to going towards the white light, I mean.
what?
Trick you to going towards...
Why would you need to be tricked? If God wanted to kill you, He would order your death.
I'm not talking about God, I'm talking about advanced beings.
Advanced beings, if they are that powerful,
Yes.
if they ordered for you to die, why would they need to trick you? They would just take it.
Because you still need free will in some
Who said that?
metaphysical sense.
Where's the evidence for that?
It's what I believe that
Oh, no. Again,
metaphysical sense.
you believe in it without any evidence, right? Like the fact that when you die, you need free will that to go to the white light, you have absolute no evidence for, right? Is this something?
No,
it's a thought.
You've heard of the white light.
I don't believe in the white light.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, a lot of people say that.
Where's the evidence for
A lot
that?
of people, they say them it's friends or family or angels, but they can pose as whatever they want and then still trick you into going towards
Once again,
getting recycled.
if you decide not to go to the white light, where are you going to go?
Well, that's the thing. They turn around.
Turn around and do what?
No one ever thinks about turning around. They just go towards the white light.
Even if they do turn around, how long are you going to live? In the end, you die. Your body expires. Your heart's not.
I'm talking about when you die and you're not.
What I'm saying is, if you turn around, where do you go?
Where do you go?
Yeah, where do you go? If you don't go to the white light, you turn around, where are you going to go?
I'm not sure. The universe is a big place, but I haven't died myself.
Okay, good.
You haven't died.
I haven't died, so leave death out of it for now.
Okay.
Because neither one of us has been there, right? But
yeah.
when we talk about the Quran and its revelation, that you agree brings a good message, right? Right? So, if it was a demon or somebody evil, then obviously it would bring an evil message, right? Because if demons are calling towards good, then they're not really demons, right? Let's say they were aliens, right? Why would the aliens tell you, I am Allah? Why wouldn't they just say, we're aliens, right? Why would they make up a fictitious figure? That makes no sense.
To deceive you.
Deceive you into what?
Into going towards the white light.
Once again, leave the white light because neither one of us has been there and it's got no evidence there.
To evidence.
Yes, please, I like
So
evidence.
your
right?
evidence is because of the miracles in the Quran.
Yes.
There's no way that humans would have known that.
We agreed to
But
that.
we agree that it's not just humans and Allah. There's all sorts of things in between.
Sure.
So it's possible that it could be an advanced extraterrestrial or some sort of being
As I
that
said,
is deceiving us.
As
but
I
mixing
said-
us with the truth.
as I said, if it was another being, why would it not say, I am an angel? I am an alien.
Whatever-
Follow me.
Whatever you
Why would it?
yourself?
Why would they? Okay, so if there is a higher being, an everlasting power that's all powerful,
Yeah.
right? If we call that Allah, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the one that sent the message to the Prophet Muhammad. So is Muhammad a messenger of that higher power?
I don't know.
Why not? I mean, if a message is sent to you, aren't you a messenger?
No, but how do I know that God sent Muhammad?
Okay, so exactly.
Because you were
So
saying
who was the Quran revealed to?
Muhammad.
There you go. Then you know it was Muhammad that the message was given to. Peace be upon him.
On the fact that the message was from God.
Okay, so like I said, you do agree it's from a higher power.
Something more smart than us.
Okay.
Something higher than us.
Something that created us, because it talks about the development of the human.
Created us.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Why not? Again, the Quran says it is.
The Quran says what?
That it is from the one who created mankind.
Yeah.
خلق الإنسان,
So it
right?
says it,
Yes.
but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Right.
But you're
But
saying
if it's from a power
that's above us.
that's above us, right?
That doesn't mean it's
If it's not from God,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then wouldn't it ascribe itself to itself? Meaning, if you were that higher power,
Yeah.
right, and you send that amazing knowledge to this man
Yeah.
who he could not have known, that's going to make him a world leader, right?
Yeah.
Why would you say it's from that other guy? That makes no sense.
To deceive.
To deceive him for what? Like you're deceiving him to pray and fast and give charity? How is that a deception?
Okay.
That's a good thing.
You brought that up. So,
Okay.
basing this is a theory, and when you say where's the evidence?
Come on, let's talk evidence, bro.
Okay, but
All right. I've given you evidence for everything I said, so.
oh, you've given me evidence.
Yeah.
There's information in the Quran that Muhammad could not have known by himself.
Okay.
It must have been
Agreed.
a higher power, but that doesn't
That's
necessarily
evidence.
mean that it's God.
It is. Why?
Yeah.
Because that evidence recognizes itself. It introduces itself. And if we agree that it's from a higher power, then when it introduces itself, then it doesn't make sense to be like, nah, it's not that, right? For example,
It doesn't have to be the highest power. It could be a higher power than us.
again, we agreed earlier there's only one supreme power
Yeah, at the top.
at the top. And the Quran tells you it's from that.